I welcome to the market alert for Monday, 16th of April 2018. So on Friday, the pound managing to move higher, a bit of selling to start with, and the buying came in, and we had 45 minutes of buying before we hit some selling pressure, and then a bit of profit taking, and then the market managed to drive higher once more. We then went up on low volume, market put in a double top, and then moved lower. Simple as that, really. So just the two trades for Friday. We had the buy, and then we had the sell near the resistance there before the market moved back, and it's been sideways to lower on the overnight, but managed to pick up a bit in the Far Eastern trading session there. We've got a bit of a double top there, and the market back at the moment at the 142.50, and there's a bit of red there in the average line as well. Meanwhile, in the daily chart, the market's still struggling with these highs. We've got 142.77, which is where we had Marked hasn't managed to take it out yet, but we have taken out the 142.44 level. That's been removed at the moment, and also these two 76% retracement levels, so we'll remove these now just to make things a bit clearer to see there, and then we'll save that before moving on. News wise today, well, obviously the main event is the UK, US and France going into Syria over the weekend. Again, there's a pattern here. They tend to now prefer to go in at weekends and do the bombing. This way it keeps the markets out of the picture from moving lower and removes the volatility as well. And again, it just becomes it seems to have become the norm since 2003, which is a dreadful thing, frankly. Anyway, back to economic news. Retail sales today for the UK, for the US, and Empire State and Bostik speaking later. So fairly non-event news day as far as economic news items are concerned there. On the Dow, Friday, they're struggling, moving lower, all sell signals and all winning trades. Good moves to the downside there, bit of sideways action until we got towards the end of the session when Trump was sending out tweets saying that he was going to go into Syria. And as I warned last week in the market alert, that when they go to war, the market goes up. And here you go. Got the big gap trade there for last night as the market played catch up. We'll just get a rough idea here of 204 points there on the gap. This market, however, let's just clear that. And you can see the market's pull back, certainly 100 points over night following the opening of the markets at midnight, or just before midnight yesterday. So yeah, our normal trend resuming there, and a pattern. Now, talking of patterns, we've got a lot going on inside of the daily chart here. We've got the market struggling with the resistance of 76%. It's had to gap above this in order to get above it. Last time it went above it, it then returned back. We had the same thing there, returning back. And we've also got the market with this trend line as well. We are above the 20-bar moving average at the moment, but we do have another trend line in place. So the market's going to do one of two things here. It's either going to blast to the upside, or it's going to break to the downside. Don't know which it's going to do, but given that this market's moved up on low volume, and as they go through the next few days, see what happens with regards to Syria, what the repercussions of that are going to be. I noticed that Putin's making threats that if they attack again, then he's going to retaliate. It's a very, very dangerous game, this is, without any really concrete proof of Assad actually using chemical weapons against his own people, but that's another debate entirely. So back to the markets. That's what you've got as far as the Dow is concerned. Again, this very tight triangular shape pattern forming in the markets, and like I say, it could break out either way with regards to this. In the Dow implied, this actually moving down on Friday, very bizarre, because the market dropped significantly on Friday, and yet we've got 15.91 down from 1693. So it's just a matter of trying to figure out why. Maybe they anticipated the bombing over the weekend, didn't see the market crashing. But very odd that this would actually move lower as opposed to higher when the underlying market moved down. Maybe it was just a shakeout to get rid of traders before the weekend, or just profit taking up to the weekend. But very strange, this, I have to say. That is slightly odd. And finally, in Bitcoin, we've had several up days since we saw the explosive move on Thursday of last week, which was this bar, then up on Friday, and I've been doing so since Saturday, Sunday, and then the overnight here. Again, looking for a pullback in this market before the market can move to the upside there. Simple as that, really. There is a bit of buying around, so you can see that here, but not a great deal of follow through, and that's where it's important. So the market just going up there on a bit of fresh air. Right, that will do it for this one. If there's anything else to report, I will let you know. Other than that, as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.